What's up guys, David here for another weekly show. This is where we talk about stuff we care about in the car world and a Q&A. First things first, as you see I have both Smurfs in the garage. I call it, two Smurfs, one garage. I know, it's kind of a play on words, you know what I mean? To an old YouTube classic. First things first, the Haggard Garage Tuner Crate, along with the ThatDudeinBlue Tuner Crate that comes out next month, is still 20% off if you use the coupon code BLUE when you order the premium crate. Tuner Crate's really cool. You get a bunch of goodies inside and you don't know what you're gonna get until you open the box. Kinda cool. Just in time for Christmas too, so awesome Christmas present if you want some blue love. Also, I'm gonna be in Los Angeles from the 18th to 24th for the LA Auto Show. I'm also gonna go on the Smoking Tire podcast, so I'm extremely excited about that. If you have a car I haven't really driven yet and you maybe wanna do a video on it, please let me know and email me in the About section of my channel. So I heard about a story not too long ago that Germany wants to phase out all combustion engines by 2020 to 2030. And honestly, I don't know if that's possible. What do I know though? Tesla hit the ground running and kind of took the world by storm. But imagine how big of an undertaking that's gonna be if eventually mankind as a whole gets rid of combustion engines. That's gonna be a pretty intense kind of demographic to get rid of. Of course, you're gonna have the purist and people like us who love the sound and everything else. So maybe they're pushing for more hydrogen or more electric. I don't really know. I know they're very much pushing for the rest of Europe to do this too. As for now, it's kind of too soon to tell. Let me know in the comment section below about what you guys think about this. So let's get on to our weekly recap. So first things first, we went for a ride in one 17-year-old's awesome Chevy truck he built by himself in his garage with his dad. This weekly show is kind of substituting for the Wednesday video because I wanted to get it out before I went out to Los Angeles, so just getting that out there. Saturday, we went to this amazing place, and it's pretty much the coolest junkyard ever. This place called Nelson's Landing in Nevada, and you'll find everything from Volkswagens to old 20s to 30s cars just rotting there in the middle of the desert.
This was in the bus.
I was in the bus. So we went all the way out there, and I'm excited to show you guys that video. Please check it out Saturday. I know you'll really enjoy it. Next, I want to talk about something I discovered while out at SEMA. It's actually a website called Throttle, and Throttle is a very intriguing website for people like you and me. You can buy and sell on Throttle, and it's a search engine just for finding car parts for buying and selling. So you don't have to go into Google and just dig through threads, dig through forums. It finds it all for you. I've actually used it myself a few times just to find something, and it's great because if you want to sell something on it too, it doesn't charge as much as say eBay. So you have your own storefront and say you make a sale, they're not gonna take as much as your money away. It's a great idea for people like us, and it makes life so much easier building a car. I actually wish I had it for this frickin' thing. But here's the great part. If you use the promo code BLUE, you get 20% off listing and also VIP privileges. So if you want to use that promo code, go for it. It'll make your life so much easier. And without further ado, let's get to the Q&A. If you want to ask me questions, make sure to follow me on wheelwell.com. So are you ever planning a sort of tour for viewer car meets? I've actually really thought about this. I actually really wanted to do it for 2017. I just haven't gotten around to planning it. But I'd really like to kind of go to a city, stay there for 4 to 5 days, film as much as I can, move on to another city, do the same thing, just mass film, and then when I come home, mass edit, so it's just content for a long time. So I think that'd be a really cool idea. Plus I get to meet all of you, and that sucks when I don't get to. And yes, would you ever tune the 240 or Mustang on E85? The thing about E85 is that it's really hard to get here. It's actually not too far from me, but it's kind of diluted and has some color in it, so it kind of worries me. But along with that, if I were to go 85, it would be this car. It wouldn't be the Mustang. Mustang has plenty of power. It has totally enough power. The thing is though, I would definitely do flex fuel. Flex fuel is so you can have two tunes. You can have E85 and pump gas if you get stranded. So if I were to go 85, that would be the way to go. Jesse asks, would you ever consider coming to New Zealand for a review? Oh my goodness, please sign me up to go to New Zealand. Everybody has told me how wonderful it is, that it's like a car paradise essentially for Japanese cars especially. I've always wanted to go, and I know I will eventually film there. But hey, if there's a shop out in New Zealand that wants to pay for my plane ticket and cover you guys, call me or email me, you know, over there. This is actually a good question. Tanner asked, hey, I was wondering why don't you review older cars like 60s or 70s muscle? Here's the easy answer. Older folks who restore those cars usually don't really understand what I do. They don't get it. YouTube is very much a new generation thing. Can I do a video on your car? Can, you know, I drive it and everything else, which by the way, asking somebody to drive their car feels so rude if you don't know them. So just letting you know. That's an older demographic usually who restores the old muscle cars, and they're just so hard to get. There's a few in town that I'm gonna do later, but honestly, they're the hardest things to get. The easiest ones to get overall are imports, then it's muscle cars, then it's the classics. Exotics are like you drawing, you know, 1 out of 100 reviews. So that's just like a special occasion kind of thing. I just take it when I can get it. That's actually all of my reviews, actually. I just kind of take what I can get. Ryan asks, what is the best way to deal with haters and non-believers? I have lots of plans for my little car. Nobody takes me seriously. So when people found out I was gonna do a 2JZ in this car, a lot of people hated it. Oh no, I must have pissed off the car people police. The reason is because of the purists and the people going, oh, why don't you do RB? Why don't you do an LS in it or whatever? And you know, I had my reasons. I made it very clear why I wanted to do it. I don't get why you're not drifting it. I don't get what's the purpose of this car? And I'm just like, why does it have to have a purpose? Why can't I just enjoy it on the street, just like my Mustang? And that was exactly the mentality. But people always hated that idea. And then people would be like, oh, what's gonna happen to your Mustang? I'm like, I'm just gonna drive it? Like, I'm gonna keep it? Why do I have to get rid of it? That was my mentality, and you know, I've constantly dealt with negativity with this thing. My friends who've helped build this car with me hate being around it at car meets because they just feel like people just have negative things to say about it, and it wears them down. And not because it offends them or whatever, it just gets annoying after a while, as you can imagine. I mean, it's just like with the Mustang, same kind of story. Oh, David, why do you drive a Mustang? They're gay. I'm like, it was my choice. It doesn't affect your life at all. Same thing. That's my little rant on that subject. It's apparent that I've been through it. So one last thing before we go, my limited edition 240SX t-shirt to celebrate that we got it in the garage and that it runs and drives. It's going on sale for the rest of this week and it'll be gone forever. I'm not gonna bring it back. And if you wanna grab one of those, link in the description below as well. Thanks so much for watching this weekly show, and I will see you guys Saturday. Have a fantastic day.